Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. NZD USD struggles to extend recovery moves beyond 0.6600 after New Zealand trade data. http ntvforex.com News ID 19AB47. July 23, 23, 4 GMT. By Anil Panchal. NZD USD keeps the late US session bounce off 0.6625. New Zealand trade balance in June recovered from $1.29 billion to $1.2 billion on YoY. Market sentiment sours amid escalating tension between the US and China, odds of delay in the US fiscal stimulus. Preliminary readings of monthly PMI from Australia and the US, coupled with risk catalysts, will be in the focus for now. NZD USD confronts with the bears while rising to 0.6640 during the early Asian session on Friday. In doing so, the pair defies Thursday's halt to the 5-day winning streak amid upbeat yearly trade balance figures. However, challenges to the market's risk tone sentiment guard the pair's immediate upside. New Zealand's June month trade numbers suggest a mixed move as the headline trade balance recovered from $1.29 billion to $1.2 billion on YoY but slipped below $450 million monthly forecast to $426 million. Further details suggest that the imports have grown from $4.11 billion prior to $4.64 billion, whereas exports slipped from $5.4 billion previous readouts to $5.07 billion. Risk off is the key. With the surge in the Sino-American tension, risk tone sentiment dwindles. Also increasing the worries could be the recent speculations that the much-awaited U.S. fiscal package will take a bit longer to cross the wires. Following the fiery speech by U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, President Donald Trump said, "Trade deal with China means much less to me now than it did." In a reaction, kind of, China's Global Times GT quotes analysts that raise possibilities of expelling the U.S. consular spies from the Dragon Nation. Other than the tit-for-tat between the world's two largest economies, headlines from the Financial Times FT, suggesting a delay in the American Phase 4 aid package, also weighs on the risk tone sentiment. Furthermore, downbeat US data and coronavirus COVID-19 worries of Washington and Canberra also hammer the market sentiment and weighs on the antipodients, including the New Zealand dollar NZD. Amid all these catalysts, Wall Street turned red for the first time in 5 days by the end of Thursday, but S&P 500 futures flash 0.15% gains to 3,235 by the press time. Moving on, the Kiwi pair traders will keep eyes on the preliminary activity data from Australia and the US for immediate direction. Though, it doesn't mean that the headlines concerning the US-China tussle and US budget, not to forget the virus updates, will lose their importance in diverting the moves. Considering all these, analysts at the Australia and New Zealand banking group ANZ said, with global drivers in the driving seat, we remain attuned more to general market conditions and liquidity, all of which points to the Kiwi being well bid on DIPs. Markets remain priced for perfection, which suggests a degree of fragility, as last night's price action demonstrates. Still, liquidity remains abundant and markets remain more embracing of good news stories, and that vibe is good, rather than bad for NZD. Technical analysis. Bears are likely to step forward on the clear break below 0.6600 while targeting June month's top near 0.6585 and 21-day SMA surrounding 0.655045. On the contrary, the pair's upside will continue to be challenged by 0.6700 threshold before the yearly top near 0.6745. Additional important levels. Overview. Today last price. 0.6638. Today daily change. 23 pips. Today daily change percent. 0.35%. Today daily open. 0.6661. Trends. Daily SMA 20. 0.6534. Daily SMA 50. 0.6402. Daily SMA 100. 0.6211. Daily SMA 200. 0.6348. Levels. Previous daily high. 0.669. Previous daily low. 0.6633. Previous weekly high. 0.6594. Previous weekly low. 0.6502. Previous monthly high. 0.6585. Previous monthly low. 0.6186. Daily Fibonacci 38.2%. 0.6668. Daily Fibonacci 61.8%. 0.6655. Daily Pivot Point S1. 0.6632. Daily Pivot Point S2. 0.6604. Daily Pivot Point S3. 0.6575. Daily Pivot Point R1. 0.669. Daily Pivot Point R2. 0.6719. Daily Pivot Point R3. 0.6747. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.